Hi everybody, I'm Doc Shocker, and welcome to Deathstate. We're going to pick up where we left off, still at the 0 win category. In our last episode, we picked up a couple of Persona stones, or something much to that effect, changed our identity. So we really didn't play as Seeker, although we only really have two characters, Seeker and Scar at the moment. As far as I know, it's just through play you unlock more characters. So we'll go with Seeker. Hopefully land ourselves some sweet abilities and steamroll the game. That's my super sophisticated game plan, my strategy. Alright, golden chest, always a good sign. There's at least going to be, at worst, an organ, which is going to be a passive up for us. Might find ourselves an additional weapon. The golden gladius, it emits lasers. So that's a good start. It's making quick work of these fools. Well, quickish work, I guess. Tracks very quickly. That's always nice. I think we're not really out to kill every enemy, but we kind of want to get all the corners. There's our champion, which we're keeping him somewhat at bay. Provided us with the yellowed fatty spleen for a plus 0.4 damage at the cost of some speed. We do have a pedestal of id here, which we can desecrate our run, making it more difficult, which I'm not entirely sure I'm on board with. We're kind of getting our butts kicked as it is without the game really being any harder. We would probably get more payouts in the way of champions, which in itself would be helpful, but it'd be more of a treading water, compensating for the fact we're playing on a more difficult setting ultimately. So I think we're just gonna avoid that, at least on this run. Down the road, where could Professor Eilenberg be? At least for this run, we're gonna kind of not go for making things more difficult for ourselves. But yeah, certainly down the road, it'll be definitely something we look towards. If this ends up going for like all achievements or anything like that, you know, looking to challenge myself in a better way, then, you know, desecrating is going to be a method to do that, for sure. We're still going to be on the hunt for chests. Bust our way in here, ice these fools. Yeah, so these lasers are doing excellent work for us. Come up, grab our gold. Not that we've really seen any shopkeepers very often. Unknown relic, the Queen of Ix's crown. Seymour, move faster. So that'll probably be the third eye potion, but reusable. I guess we can always have a look. Yep, and wow, yeah, that is certainly a nice little bump up in speed as well. Alright, there's our A champion. Which will give ourselves a little real estate to bob and weave, and then we'll go after it. Oh, how about I just take all of the damage? All of it. Alright. The Bilous Slime Bag. Oof. Hit point down for damage up. Not a very good trade-off given my current health situation. 2 hit points just seems really, really bad. But who knows? Maybe down the road we'll end up finding the Twin Heart, something like that, give us 2 health. We'll be in a much, much better situation for it. Here we go, down to Layer 3. Pop our relic, get a good lay of the land so we can kind of plot where we're headed. Got another relic to use. What's it gonna do? Launch 12 bullets, which cause entropy. Well, we'll have a look. No, I think I'll pass on that. Boy, there's a good bit of health on the ground. And that's phenomenal news at this point. There's our champion. It looks like if we can pretty much just keep tracing a ring around him, he will never ever hit us. The Tangled Heart, 1 hit point. Pretty much the ideal situation. Let's get him taken care of. We'll clear out some real estate again for ourselves, and then we'll bump this altar. That should net us some sort of relic or artifact. Hopefully not get ourselves murdered in the course of it, but we can come over here and grab some health for ourselves. Steal that potion, although we don't really know what it does. Alright, but we got him pretty quickly with a judicious usage of our special. We have Icy Bubble. Okay, that's certainly an interesting effect. Let's see, we've got some magic over there. Let's grab this health. Not entirely sure how well these bubbles will serve us, but I guess if they kill any one thing for us, we'll be in okay shape. Alright, that's actually quite handy. They do seek their target, so if they're doing damage to them, then I think that's actually pretty awesome. Alright, we got it. That'll probably be axes. Let's see what our potion does. It slows enemies down, I believe, the hot-blooded potion. Grex Great Axe. I believe it'll be a damage up for us, so we'll ride with that. It seems to do pretty handy work with good-sized mobs, things like that. Have a quick look, make sure we haven't left any health on the ground, because of course we're going into a boss fight with 1 point of health. But based on, depending on which boss it is that we fight, it may not be that bad. Crystal Council might be difficult. That seems to be the more bullet helly of the bosses. But I guess we'll find out. Yep, I would say nope. It is Shar Sahal, the Arch Undead. But first we need to kind of dispense with these fools and not get killed in the process. some entropy bullets will serve us well. Alright. Not awful. Not awful. Looks like we got a new organ from the mix. Get some of our health back. The butterfly lung gives us a higher rate of fire and move speed. So, I'd say that was a net gain. And now we're heading into the swamp. Bubbles do what they're going to do. Basically creating just a good wall for us. Especially for these goblins, or whatever you want to call them. Kobolds, perhaps. Gnolls. You know, it's a little more Dungeons and Dragons than Call of Cthulhu, but you gotta kind of play to what you know. Let's have a look at our surroundings here. Take a good chunk of damage there. So I didn't see where that came from, but hardly the end of the world, as long as we can get some of the health back. Kind of keep ourselves in at least a decent health situation as we progress through. As you know, a game of any difficulty, resources tend to become a little more scarce as you progress, so we've got to assure that we're, you know, at least on an even keel in regards to our health. If not, you know, being left in a position to leave a surplus. I mean, a surplus is certainly going to be the ideal. Let's see if we see any pedestals or golden chests anywhere, but I kind of got hung up on the scenery there. Bump that again. There's a chest up there. Very mundane quality. Allowing myself to be surrounded by enemies, which is, you know, definitely not going to be a recipe for success. Bump that again. Our champion. Hopefully we'll get ourselves into a good organ to ingest, so we actually feel like we're kind of growing with the game. Twin Heart gives us health, but let's see what this potion's gonna do. Aha, full health. Okay, so we're good. While we're waiting for the effects of our introvert potion to wear off, we'll kind of look around a tiny bit, and we'll be on our way. I'm going to drink coffee. Let's see what Lair 6 has to offer. Looks like we have a shopkeeper. It's going to be a gamble for a chest. Let's see, nothing in sight there. We'll make our gamble. Got nothing for it. But nothing ventured, nothing gained. Can't win it unless you're in it. Golden chest, unknown relic. Fires plague bullets. Fires in bursts, deals extra damage. The whip steel sword. Let's see how this does in comparison to our axe. Well, it seems to be doing okay. We may have a plague bonus damage, but we do not. It's interesting. Not sure if we, oh, I can just hit C out, haha. Let's see what, this is gonna, 120%, 2.1 damage, versus, let's see, 1.6. I think we stick with our higher damage. Now, if we had had a bonus plague damage, or any bonus to plague damage, that sword probably would have been the way to go. What do we have? The yellowed, there's our plague damage. So now we'll go back and have a look at this sword. Let's see, we are currently at 2.1. So we'll switch that out. 1.6, but 1... we'll try this. It's not going to reflect it in our direct damage stat. It's kind of a shame. But, I guess if we're going to be icing mofos quicker on account, and with plague damage, as things tend to explode and inflict damage to those around them, it might benefit us more to be using this plague weapon. The whip steel sword, or whatever it was that it's called. I could probably pop into the character menu, but I don't think you're... If you've made it this far into the video, you're probably not here for the sweet menuing. It's not like it's speedrun quality or anything. And here we go down to our next floor. Thirst for blood satiates us, soothes our fears. Boy, those mushrooms are sturdy, sturdy things. Let's see, we've got the red one. Nope. Looks like it's a blue one of those weird vertical mod critters that are the ones to kind of be concerned about. Let that wear off for a minute. A bit of, I guess we'll call it creep for a lack of better terms. Taking a little damage here as we go. Not so bad that we're worried about dying, but it could certainly end up being that way if we're not cautious. Bump our... Okay, there's our champion over there. Alright. Not too shabby. Wouldn't be great. Let's see, unknown organ, the magenta eye gives us some fire rate. Probably is going to serve us well since we're kind of rocking the burst fire right now. Wow. Plays quite the hard ass, if you'll pardon the expression. Could be wrong, they may even hit us for a full bud of health too. Taking hits. Fall back. Yeah, those things must have a high plague resistance or something. It just seems like they do not want to crumple up and die the way they should. Got that speed potion there. I could probably take it. Oh, I even saw that one coming. I saw it and did nothing to stop it. Far too many hits there. We're again going to be left in a position of not being in a good spot. Dreamweb Major, 2 lasers. Yes, we'll take that over the bubbles. I don't know how big of an improvement it is, but it just didn't feel like the bubbles themselves were particularly effective. Here, sort these mofos. Hopefully something up here will drop some health for us, possibly this chest. Alright. Yep, and then the darkness is on its way, so we are on the way out. Looks like we're fighting Dagon again. No. Otlish. The malignant flesh beast. He is certainly the tanky one from the looks of it, or maybe resistant again to plague. So I'm sure if there are damage types, there have to be damage resistances as well. If I'm not careful, I am going to meet my end. Oh, that was truly a bad play on my part. These slimes are not doing me any good either. Wow. Alright, so our score, 2140. Unlocked giant chests, the Blue Blood Hungry Heart, the Slimy Skull, and Mephistanton's Lesser Infernum. Alright, back to someplace, but there's somewhere between. And I think that'll be enough for this episode of Death State. If you've enjoyed the video, please be sure to press the like button down below. If you have any comments, questions, or critiques for me, be sure to leave them in the comments section. I would genuinely love to hear from you. With that, this has been Death State. I'm Doc Shocker. You've been great. Happy gaming.